to Football Manager 2018. So this is one of the injuries that we have for one of our main players. Can you guess who it is? It's Mimoun Mahi. He's picked up an injury, twisted ankle, 6 days to 3 weeks. He's already missed a couple of games. This has kind of explained our form for the 2 matches in between episodes. Also, about a day after Mahi injured himself, Sergio Pat injured himself with a twisted ankle. So he's out for 6 days to 2 weeks as well. With that in mind, we've played 2 games between episodes and we've not done too well. First up was a local derby against SC Heerenveen. We went 1-0 up after 7 minutes. Mimoun Mahi with a penalty goal. I said Mahi got injured before Pat. He didn't. Sergio Pat then got himself injured. And then we fell apart a little bit. Arba Zanelli with a goal and Nemanja Mihailovic in the 88th minute giving Heerenveen the victory. And then against Roda JC, we drew 0-0 and they were down to 10 men for the final 15 minutes of the game. We played Jan Hoekstra in goal. He's not terrible. He's not good, but he's not terrible. Problem with this game is that we could not score a goal to save our lives, which is why we drew this one 0-0. And it means the league table looks pretty bad compared to what it was earlier. We have dropped down to 4th place in the table, 3 games remaining. We could even drop down to 5th if results go Vitesse's way, basically. In today's episode, we are going to have the final 3 games of the season. First up is FC Utrecht, which we will do in a second. Then we'll have Excelsior, which for some reason is on TV. I don't know why. And finally, which I suspect is probably going to be one of the biggest games of the season, if not the biggest game of the season, is against 2nd place now, PSV Eindhoven. FC Utrecht are 13th place in the table, but they are kind of battling a relegation challenge here, all the way from, 17th, maybe even 18th. 18th all the way up to probably 11th. Are kind of within risk of going down, same as the top 4. Anyone can finish in any position in the top 4 at the moment. Because of the injuries to Sergio Pat and Mimoun Mahi, we've had a little bit of change in the starting lineup. In goal is Jan Hoekstra. I'll show you him right now. This is Jan Hoekstra. He's 6'2". Physically, he's not very good. As a goalkeeper, he's very fast. Reflexes 14, handling's 14, aerial reaches 14, concentration's 14. He's got quite a few 14s, but he's 19 years old. I can't really, he shouldn't really been playing. If I had my way, Pad would be the number 1 keeper for about 3 more years until I got a regen or a new gen goalkeeper in who'd eventually replace him. The back 4 for this game is going to be Zifuik in the right back position, Warmerdam in the left back position, Larsen and Mike Tawirik are the 2 central defenders. Midfield quartet, Juninho Bakuna moves to the right side of midfield. Dino Hotic is going to be the left-sided winger. Mikkel Cruisance and Gregor Breinberg are the 2 central midfielders. Veldwijk partners, Tom Van Weert up front as always. On the bench we do have Franco Lopez, who is still slightly injured. Di Galarreta has returned from his injury. Might see him at some point. Joel van Nijf also on the bench. I really don't want this season to end with a fart, basically. I mean, it's a terrible analogy, but I don't want it to end with a fart. I want us to keep fighting. I think 2nd place, we've done enough to deserve it. We've just fallen off the pace right at the end because Mahi and Pad have gone and got themselves injured. All we can really do is win the 3 games. I mean, already just by drawing this game, we do move back up into 2nd place, but we need the 3 points. 3 points against Utrecht will put us 2 points clear of PSV, that's what we need to be doing. Then hopefully by the time we get to the final game of the season, we can draw with them. Cruisance with a free kick for the first highlight. I'm not sure what's happened there. Ayoub runs it clear, plays it in the middle to Velenas. Velenas out to Justin, being closed down, crossed in. What has happened? We've given away a penalty. 13 minutes on the clock. Larsen has given away a penalty. Come on, Peter Hoekstra. It's not Peter Hoekstra, it's Jan Hoekstra. Click. Oh, I thought he saved it. He didn't save it. We're 1-0 down. That's not good. That keeps us in 4th place. We got counter-attacked. That's what happened there. We actually got counter-attacked. Half an hour in, we've managed to have 1 shot. It wasn't on target. We've got a corner for Utrecht. Grotler at the front hits it over. It's not Grotler, it's Gortler. It's probably not pronounced Gortler either. This is not a good performance at the moment. We're having literally no chances, and I don't really know why. I'm not even sure what we can do to change this. Short of go to attacking for the last 5 minutes of this half, which is probably worse than actually staying on standard. Corner for Utrecht, played out to Houston. Had a go from distance, just over the bar. It's a goal kick. What is going on here? It's half-time, and we are getting battered. Absolutely battered. Aggressively, what are you doing? Show a bit of desire. There you go. I mean, 6.3, 6.1, 6.4, 6.4, 6.3. Far too many of these players just can't be bothered at the moment. Straight away in the second half, we do have a highlight. Gortler, Klich, the penalty goal scorer for Utrecht. Gortler again in the middle. He does get there. Why didn't we close him down? Gortler gets it again. No, Dino Hotic nicks in. And it's not Tim, it's Tom Van Weert. Doesn't bother to close it down. Forward ball from Utrecht. They're passing it around in the middle of the pitch. Velenas, edge of the area, has a go, hits it just wide. Can we have a chance? Can we even have the ball at some point? I don't think we've seen it. Throw on for Warmadan. Terrible. It wasn't terrible from Warmadan. It's terrible from Hotic. Ball over the top. Larsson's going to get... No, Larsson doesn't get there. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Peter Hoekstra makes a save. It's not Peter Hoekstra, but he's going to be Peter Hoekstra from this point on. Corner for Utrecht. To the back post. Bakuna heads it clear. And Tim... It's not Tim. I'm going to call him Tim. He's just going to be Tim Van Weert now. 52 minutes. I'm changing to counter because I can't really think of anything else we can do. Highlight starting with the ball being cleared. Ayob gets it though. Click again. Gortler. Someone just close him down. Anyone. Zifweek gets it. Breinberg heads it forward. Ayob again. Velenas edge of the area. Justin. Venema. It's in the back. What's happened? We've thrown away our season. That, I can't even blame any of that on Hoekstra or on Mahi. That is just terrible, terrible football. We're going to go to the 4-2-4. Hotic is coming off. Bakuna is coming off for Jesper Drost. Van Weert is also going to come off for Joel Donald. Get a goal, Joel. Or 3. 7. Get 7. Highlight after the substitutions. Halfway line for Utrecht. Ball forward. Gortler gets it. Runs inside. Again, this is not going to be a highlight for us, is it? Breinberg does get that clear. Jasper Drost, we've not seen much of him at all this season, partially down to injuries. Crosses it in. Veldwijk's at the back. Wins the header. Lars Veldwijk gets a goal back. It's 2-1. This match isn't over yet. We still need 2 more goals, though. 75 minutes on the clock. Nothing is happening. We've had 3 shots all game. We are potentially FMing them if we can actually score a goal. We're going to go overload. There's 10 minutes left. Let's shout at them as well. Come on, shout at them. Demand more. There's 7 minutes left. We're not going to get anything out of this game. This is an actual disaster. 4 minutes of injury time. We're in the 89th minute. Veldwijk heads it down only as far as the Utrecht player. Tackle him. Someone. Warmadan with a header. Only as far as Klich. Ayob. Forward. Velenas gets tackled. Oh, Veldwijk, you should have got that. Zifweek heads forward. No one's there. Emmanuelson now. Janssen. Ayob, who's been pain in the arse, I think is the only way to describe him. Klich out to Houston. Van der Streek, good name, I'm liking it. Very Dutch as well. Velenas, Malahi. Velenas again. Tackle him. Tim Wyrick gets it clear. Joel Donald gets on the end of the ball. Please, Joel, whip it. No, Joel. Joel. What are you doing? That is it. That is going to be the end of the game, and that is abysmal. That is actually abysmal. Team talk, aggressive. That was not good enough. Who's getting fined? Zifweek can't fine him because he's not mine. Kasper Larsson probably should get fined this time round. I gave Larsson a warning and he accepted it. What was the result of the other game? Willem II, you absolute heroes. Willem II beating Feyenoord means that it's still, as we were at the start of the episode, we've got a reasonably long wait now till the next match, which means, hopefully, by the time we play Excelsior, who are 6th, can they catch up? Maybe. No, not really. There's 2 games left to play. It does mean, though, by the time we play Excelsior, hopefully, Mahi, not really sure why I said his name like that, and Sergio Pad could be back from their injuries. We're still a couple of days away from the next match, but I want to bring your attention to the match that's just happened between ADO Den Haag and PSV. That's right, Den Haag have actually beaten PSV 2-1. It means ADO Den Haag are now back in the chase for 5th place. Also means PSV have got 1 game left. So, and that's us. So if we get a point here in our next game and then a point against PSV, we do finish ahead of them. Fine, will then become a bit of a problem, maybe Vitesse, but the challenge against PSV has been made a lot easier. Welcome back. It's time for the penultimate game of the season against Excelsior, who are now down in 7th place. Some good news. Sergio Pat, he might say doubtful there on the left-hand side, but he has been cleared by the medical staff. Mimoun Mahi, however, has not been cleared at all, so at least we'll have Sergio back in goal. The starting lineup we're going to go for then in goal is Sergio Pat, slight twisted ankle. Sure, he'll be fine. Back four of Zeefuik on the right. Jol van Knief. Jol van Knief comes in at left back for Django Warmadam. Larsen and Tawirik are the two central defenders. Cuisance and Bakuna are the central midfielders today. Dino Hotic is the winger on the left-hand side. Kasper Oldenburger is the winger on the right-hand side. Veldwijk and Tom van Weert are the two strikers. On the bench, we do have a fully fit Franco Lopez, a fully fit Di Galarreta, and... no, he's not on the bench. No, don't put him on the bench because I'll be tempted to play him. I was going to say I can put Mahi on the bench. I'm not going to do it. Because of the Willem II victory against PSV, I'm a little bit calmer, although I still think we need to get 2 wins from our final 2 games. We move up into 3rd place just by appearing in this match, but Feyenoord have a better goal difference, so we definitely need to win at least one of these games, if not both. 15 minutes in, not a lot is going on. Van Knief plays it back to Pat. First real action we've seen of Pat. Koolwijk out to Levi Garcia, who has been nominated for Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, something like that. Burnett forward to Garcia again into the penalty area, crosses it in, and we are 1-0 down. Mike van Duinen for Excelsior. What is happening? We've dropped down to 5th. I was legitimately talking about finishing 2nd place and qualifying for the Champions League. Right now, we might not even qualify for the Europa League. We've got a corner. Cuisance takes it. Not a good corner. It's cleared. Van Weert gets it back. Michael Cuisance wants, if he needs him, plays inside instead. Larsen, questionable centre-back. Bakuna can't control the ball. And the counter-attack for Excelsior is on. Ball forward. Van Duinen. Larsen wins a header, only as far as Fake. Van Duinen messes something or other. It's a save by Sergio Pat. What is happening? We are crumbling. We are actually falling apart as a team. Corner. Fake takes it out to Cannonpeel. Probably not even close to his name. Bakuna. Doesn't matter. That'll end the highlight. Oh, great. Lars Veldwijk's picked up an injury. Let me guess. Twisted ankle. Throw on for Excelsior. Payne. Fake again. Being closed down by, I think, is that Hotic? I'm not sure if it is Hotic. Phase. Fake again. This guy Fake is getting a lot of the ball. He's being involved a hell of a lot. Phase forward to Koolwijk. I love that name. It's a good name. Cannonpeel. Koolwijk again. Tackled by Bakuna. Counter-attack should be on. Veldwijk finds Dino Hotic. He's only got 2 players in the box. Players are joining him. Van Weert's had a go from outside the area. It was optimistic, but at least we're actually having a chance. Zeefuik's taken a knock now as well. What? We are falling apart at the seams. Garcia, tackled by Zeefuik forward. Van Weert gets it. Needs a runner. Oldenburger is the runner. Veldwijk's in the box if he can find him. He does find him. And what a save from the goalkeeper. We've got a corner just before half-time. Hotic to... Okay, don't take the corner then. Passionately. Come on, boys. We know you're better. Really? That didn't work? I said you're better than that. Oh, what is happening here? I don't even know what to do. First highlight of the second half has been going on for a while, and that is why Sergio Pat hits the post, or makes a save to tip it onto the post. We are now 3 points behind Feyenoord. We've got a corner. Cuisance takes it. Front post. Faze gets it clear. Michael Cuisance should get it back. Yes, he does. Cross in. Not a good cross. He's going to get a 3rd bite of the cherry. To Wyrick. Bakuna to Dino Hotic. Veldwijk been tackled. Counter-attack is on now for Excelsior. Van Duinen, the goal scorer, runs in, cuts inside, has a go from edge of the area. Sergio Pat makes a save. This is just not going well, and I don't really know what we can do to change it. We've got another highlight. I'm going to go to control. Is that going to work? Veldwijk... Oh, what is happening? Veldwijk's been tackled. Larsen gets the ball all the way back to Sergio Pat. Hopefully his ankle holds up. Brings it out of his own area. Kick it. He does, eventually. Oldenburger doesn't win the header. Teweirik gets it. Croissants. Dino Hotic. 3 players in the box. Forward to Veldwijk, who has got an injury, and I don't want to bring him off because I don't really have too many other strikers. Bakuna gets it from Croissants. What are you going to do with it, Juninho? Plays out to Veldwijk again. Veldwijk to Hotic. Bakuna's in there. Bakuna's rattled the bar. It's cleared. Croissants. I thought that was the referee then. They've cleared it. I thought the referee chested it down. Oh, that's cheating. Fike with a free kick. De Widgers. It's not Widget. You don't really pronounce J's in Dutch, do you? Fike again. Messaoud. Messaoud plays it out to the left back. De Wijs. Sure, we'll go with that. We need to tackle him. They're going to score. They're going to get a second, and there it is. The season is. This is an embarrassment. Actual embarrassment. Like, no one's really playing. I say no one's playing bad. People are playing badly, but no one's playing terribly. What do I even do here? I'm going to go overload. Veldwijk is coming off for Joel Donald. I'm going to swap you two over. What else do we do? Larson playing not very good again. Sure. Abdul Karim is going to come on. Let's just do it. We need to just have... We've had, in the last probably about 6 games, we've had about an average of 6 shots a game. Halfway line throw for Excelsior. Intercepted, well not intercepted, deflection. Van Weert, Joel Donald, the goal machine, runs through on goal into the penalty area, has a go, hits it just wide. Of course he does. This season is over. Croissants with a free kick. Joel Donald is there, and the goal machine gets on the score sheet. It's 2-1. Still, we need to score 2 more goals. We can't be drawing or losing this game, really. Highlight, starting with an Excelsior on. Koolwijk. Burnett. Messaoud. Fike. Tackle him. Levi Garcia, the young Trinidad and Tobago striker. Out to Payne. Payne's had a go. He's hit it just over the bar. I'm seeing that my fullbacks are a massive, massive weakness, but particularly Zifweek. I think he's realised that he's won the league, because technically he's an Ajax player. Corner for Excelsior. Hotic gets it clear. Kanan Peel is going to get there. Fike doesn't get tackled by Oldenburger. It's crossed in. Van Weert gets it clear. Kanan Peel again. Dino Hotic clears. Oldenburger needs some help. Finds Joel Donald. The counter-attack is now on. Get in the box. The white shirts. Jumps one tackle. He's still going. Crossed it in. Tom Van Weert's at the back. It is 2 apiece. This match is definitely not over. The season's not over, everybody. Cancel the whole season being over thing. We're back. We're into second after drawing this somehow. This is probably one of the most hectic end of seasons that I've ever seen. We are a Feyenoord losing. Is that what's happening there? We've got another highlight. 5 minutes left to play. Bakuna's not going to get the header. Oldenburger doesn't get there. El Azouzi keeps it in play for Excelsior. This is not good. Koolwijk ball forward to Messaoud. Messaoud to Fike. Fike's got 3 options in the box, and he's offside. He's offside. You linesman, you are my favourite person in the world. I'm keeping it on overload. I don't know whether this is a good idea, considering they've already scored 1 goal. We've got 5 minutes of injury time. Hold on. Van Weert's had a go. He's hit the post. It's back to the keeper. What is going on? Feyenoord are winning 5-4 against Sparta. We've drawn 2 apiece. What has happened here? So, after all of those results, with 1 game left of the season, we cannot finish any lower than 5th. We have PSV. And if we draw or beat PSV, we will finish 4th at the minimum. Vitesse ended up beating FC Twente, which put them into 3rd. Feyenoord beat Sparta Rotterdam 5-4, puts them into 2nd place. The final round of fixtures, the teams that we need to keep an eye on. Willem II versus Vitesse is a huge match for us. Heerenveen versus Feyenoord. Can our local rivals do us a favour? If Feyenoord and Vitesse lose both their games and we get a draw, I don't know whether that's going to be enough. It might be enough to get us into 3rd. Because, Vitesse have a slightly better goal difference. Feyenoord is way, way better. Unless they lose 5-0, then we might be able to sneak into 2nd place. We need to beat PSV, and it's a very tall order. Welcome back, then, for the final game of the season. I say season, the regular season. There's some weird European playoff thing. We might end up being in it. I don't actually know how it works. Let's jump straight in and show you the team selection. we've had a bit of a problem, and that is the fact that Kasper Larsson has gone and got himself suspended because he's picked up 10 yellow cards, I believe. Which means, ignore the fact I've got James Shea on trial, I was panicking when Sergio Pat went down injured. Which means I've had a change of back four, and there's a debut, because that's exactly what you want to do in the final game of the season. In goal then is going to be Sergio Pat. Back four of Django Warmadam is going to be the complete wing-back, because he's actually good as a complete wing-back, as opposed to just a normal wing-back. Mike Tewirik and Dervasio Zufuik. Why did I say his full name? They are the two centre-backs. I've moved Zufuik into the centre because he can actually play there, and he's better than Memisevic, who isn't a centre-back. And the right-back is Tapmaho Sopakua. Sure, Tapmaho Sopakua. This guy, he can't defend. He can't do a great deal. But he's young. And he's probably our best option at right back outside of De Fuik. So this is going to end badly. The rest of the starting lineup then, Mikel Cruisance and Juninho Bacuna are the two central midfielders. Dino Hotic is going to be on the left. Mahi returns to the starting 11 as well on the right hand side. We have a change up front as well. Tom van Weert is going to stick as the advanced forward, and Joel Donald is going to play as a false 9, because he's a natural false 9 as opposed to the target man, which normally we have Lars Veldwijk. Veldwijk got himself injured slightly last game, so I'm trying something different, and it could be a risk. Why am I dropping my top scorer for a game we need to win? I don't know. Just the 3 players getting squad numbers on the final game of the season. Teams then looking like they're playing a 4-4-2. Ours obviously is slightly more attacking. They've got a very good side. Not liking our chances, although I think last time, did we beat them last time we played them? I can't remember. When the first highlight starts, I'm going to... Actually, no, you know what? We're going to put it here. We're going to put latest scores on here. So we're going to see league table at the bottom. At the moment, looks like no goal. Oh, Vitesse are winning. Great. Vitesse. It's Vitesse that are involved. It's not ADO Den Haag. Vitesse are involved. They're winning. But if we win, we do go ahead of them, regardless. No, we don't. Oh, this is a disaster. So far, we are 11-12 minutes in. Feyenoord are losing to Heerenveen. That is one good result on our side. We need Willem II to score 2 goals. We also need us to score a goal at least. First highlight of the game. It's also come out saying Tom van Weert has picked up an injury. Romero's in the air. We're 1-0 down. We are going to finish 4th in the table. We've dropped down to 5th. Why are we 5th? We've dropped down to 5th, and I don't really know... Oh, because PSV were behind us. That makes sense. That's even more annoying. What is... This season... Okay, so we are actually in the worst form of our entire save so far right now, and it is not the time to be having a poor run of form. Cross going to come in probably from PSV. No, they're not. They're passing it in. We intercept the ball. Kick upfield to absolutely nobody. Oh, Lazovic tries to have another go. Cruisance. Mahi. Why is Mahi there? He is my right-sided midfielder, and he's playing left-back. Cruisance with the ball deep in his own half, not really going anywhere. Van Weert. Need to probably bring him off. Bacuna. Cruisance. Cruisance has been tackled, and it's going to be 2-0, isn't it? De Jong out to Romero. Romero's going to cross it in or go it alone. Crosses it in. Van Ginkel's at the back post. 2-0 down. 35 minutes on the clock. And it's just disappointing. I know at the start of the season I was saying 8th place, 7th, 8th place is kind of my target. We were sat 2nd for about 80% of the season, and we're going to finish 5th. We might not even get European football at this rate. I think we're going to go into that weird playoff thing, which I don't quite understand. Van Weert runs onto the ball. He's been tripped by Lucasen, who's probably going to get himself sent off, because Van Weert, in theory, was one-on-one with the keeper. There, he has gone. Right, this could be our chance to get back into this. 2 goals. We've done it before. We've done better than 2 goals. Half-time, it's 2-0. They're down to 10 men. Don't be angry with them. That was absolutely terrible. Okay, fine. Peter Hoekstra can be angry with them. I'm wondering whether I need to bring Van Weert off. I'm thinking it's probably a good idea. Cruisance, Bacuna, don't know why I started commentating that. 57 minutes on the clock. Veldwijk is going to come on. We're swapping those 2 back, so he goes back to a target man. Donald shifts to the right-hand side. Hotic recently has not been very good at all. Jesper Drost is going to come on as a left winger this match. Heerenveen are 2-0 up against Feyenoord. Not that it makes any difference. Vitesse are 1-0 up still against Willem II. We're finishing 5th. We've thrown this away at the end of the season. We're getting no highlights at all. The new guy, Sopakua? Sure. He's on a 6.1. Vitesse still winning. They're down to 10 men. Willem II's missed a penalty as well. It's just not going our way. 4 seconds left of injury time, and that is it. That is the season over, and that is appalling. That is so bad. You were unlucky. We weren't unlucky. We just didn't do it. We had no highlights. The curtain comes down on the Eredivisie then. What does that mean for the league? What goes on? So if you go stages, sure. I don't know what that is. European playoff. Right, who's in this? 6th for the 5th. That's today. Right, we'll go forward a bit and see whether we're in it. Cock. We are in it. We have to play ADO Den Haag in like 3 days' time. So how many teams go through? I don't understand what this is. There's 2 rounds to it. So we need to go through. We only play them once. We play ADO Den Haag. Right. How have we done again? No, we don't. We're playing twice. How have we done against them before in the past? Not good. Never beaten them. Never beaten them so far this season. Great. Well, next episode then will be a double-header against ADO Den Haag in the Eredivisie Euro Places playoff. This was not something I was expecting. That's going to do it then for this episode of Football Manager 2018 with FC Groningen. I mean, I'm just annoyed. I'll show you. Right, this is a very long episode and I apologise. Let's go back to this, go back to that. Right, look at this. We were second, basically, with a couple of blips from match day 6 to match day 30, and then draw, defeat, draw, defeat. We plummet all the way down to 5th place. We could have been playing Champions League next season. Now we might not even be playing Europa League. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2018. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and join me tomorrow for the ADO Den Haag doubleheader.